Hi, everybody. So, we are in a new series that we'll keep throwing in hopefully once a week, and I don't know for how long we'll do it, um, but we'll do it kind of as the videos come in or the ideas come in, so to speak. But anyway, it's on some frugal living tips. Right now, we're in the middle of a recession. Some economists say that we're possibly heading into another depression. With that, in our little community or family, I like to call it, um, everybody's got some really, really great ideas on how we can all save money. And I thought it would be great if we could have a way to share it. So, if you have some really good ideas, or you have an idea and you're like, man, this saved me a lot of money, please email me at survivebettertogether@gmail.com. And if we're able to uh, get your idea in, we will definitely put it into one of our videos. So today I'm going to talk about two different things, and how you can save some money. And these are really important. So we're helping each other. The whole point is to be able to survive better because we're working together, right? So sometimes it's food related, garden related, automotive related. I mean, there's so many different things out there that can help all of us. And sometimes it's just like you don't know or you're unaware. My daughter just told me one the other day, and I was like, how did you know how to make that? That was like so cool that she knew that. And if you've followed us for any number of years, you'll know that in the beginning, we started this channel literally just so our children would have some videos to fall back on as they grew up. But now it's kind of developed into something more. And we're hoping just, that we can all work together and have a really great environment so that we can all learn from each other. So, like I said, if you have any really great frugal tips, send them in at survivebettertogether@gmail.com. All right, so let's start with number one today. This one was sent in by Lisa, and she wanted me to share with y'all about making homemade brown sugar. And let me tell you, it's so simple. I've had to use this many times myself, especially in the middle of baking season. Last holiday season, we had no brown sugar in our stores. Imagine that, a shortage. So I had to whip some up just so I could get our holiday baking off right. So let's get together and get this going. Brown sugar is one of the simplest things to make. I'm going to use my food processor, but you can certainly use just a bowl and a spoon. You need two things. You need regular white sugar and some molasses. So generally speaking, you're going to measure out about a cup or so. Now, it really is going to depend on how much brown sugar you want or need, if you're doing a whole batch of it, or if you just need a little bit. Now, I only need a little bit, and you can do, you can do 1 to 2 tablespoons, depending on if you like light brown sugar or dark brown sugar. Again, you don't have to actually measure this. You can actually eyeball this one. It's really up to you on what you like. But for video purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and measure it. Now, when you're picking up your sugar and your molasses, if you don't already have those on hand, you will instantly see what a savings this will be for you. And I don't honestly think that brown sugar is very expensive, but This still saves you money and time, and especially if they don't have any in the store. I'm going to start by pulsing it. Let's see if I can get this back more. I'm going to start blending it through. Now, I particularly prefer the light brown sugar, but it's really up to you, or the recipe that you're using. And as you can see, it's got that really great color that we look for. Now, if you wanted it darker, now that you've got it started, you could just dip a little bit more in and adjust the color. And I'll do that now. And it does get a little darker, so don't be too... So I added just a wee bit. And I'm going to let that blend up here. So now, get this lid off. We have some beautiful brown sugar. And that was super simple and literally took less than a minute to make. Okay, so when you're all done, just make sure that you store it in an airtight jar. And you're good to go. Okay. So the second thing on our list of being frugal today is going to be your clothing. So John is super rough on his clothes. He's always ripping out pockets, the crotch, the entire inseam. I mean, his jackets, the pockets are torn off. If there's something he can destroy on his clothes, he probably will. But if you can do some simple mending to your own clothing versus tossing it out, you're gonna save tremendous. So I'm just gonna be honest, like, we are in what I call a throwaway generation. Everybody throws things out. They have the slightest issue, they throw them out instead of fixing them. A button, it's so easy to fix. You can fix your hemlines, you can fix zippers, there's so many things you can do to prolong the life of your clothing. So today what I did is I went just on Amazon, I'll put a link down below, but I went and got a pack of patches, and there's like different colors of blues, and in true John fashion, he ripped out the crotch on his pants again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna match one of these up to his jeans. I'm gonna do a light stitching just to kind of help keep it together, and I'm gonna iron this right on, and his favorite pair of pants that he likes to wear to work, he'll be able to wear to work tomorrow. Speaking of working, you know, another thing too is whenever possible, try not to go out for lunch and coffee. Those are two very expensive things that, you know, really add up on the pocketbook. And my needle just came off my thread here. Let's see if I can get it back on. And boy, what a game changer. I used to kind of treat myself in town like once a week, going to my favorite coffee place, but I don't even do that anymore. It's just not worth the added expense right now. It really just isn't to me. And we really just all need to work together to buckle down and ride this one out. It'll be one for the history books, I'm sure. So, like I mentioned, I'm not doing a complete sew job on these. I'm just doing a rough sew. And always make sure when you, if you're going to do an iron on um, patch, always make sure that the jeans are clean first, or whatever material that you're going to be using, because that will greatly impact. You want it to have a nice firm seal. Now, these darn jeans that he likes to wear to work, I believe, are $65 new. And he's, I don't even, I'm thinking he hasn't even had them a year yet. So to just throw them away because of a hole is ridiculous. And if I can fix it, why wouldn't I? Okay, so phase one is done. I've got this on the inside, that on the outside. You're gonna want your patch to be just larger than the surface area, and it is. So I'm probably going to just trim up a little bit on the side here. And don't throw away your scraps. You can use them for a different area. I think that's going to be good. And then you're going to iron on. You see how this shiny side is? I don't know if I can pull it up enough where you can see it. You're going to pull that and you're going to iron that on, and that's going to be help be your stick, okay? Unfortunately, the crotch is kind of a hard place to make it as smooth as you want it, but I will do my best. Get my iron on here. Apparently I didn't have it on. This should hold the whole thing nice and tight in place, and then he can wear these out in public and he can wash them. They do recommend that you don't, once you put one of these iron-on patches, that you don't wash them for 24 hours, which not a big deal because it won't be getting washed till then anyway. Iron is hot. Oh yeah, it's already sticking like really good. Now sometimes you will occasionally get a patch that starts to curl up on the ends. If that's the case, try to just trim it back, and um, you know, if need be, you could try to re-iron it. I'm not sure if that would actually work or not, but the the point is you don't want anything that would be like rough against the skin. I particularly was watching for soft patch, and I think you could go to probably any fabric store, Joann or something. This was cheaper for me to buy off Amazon than it was for me to buy it at our local Joann's, so that's what I did. Okay, so I'm all done. The pants are stitched. I've got my patchwork under there, so if they start to pull apart just a little bit, again, not a big deal. He's got that under there. It's sealed on the inside. It's really nice and firm, and I don't have to worry that his pants are going to come undone while he's at work. So pants are fixed. I don't have to worry anymore. He doesn't have to worry anymore, and he's got pants for work tomorrow. So that's just another great way that you can save money. I'll put links to those patches down below. If you're interested in getting them, I can't remember off the top of my head how much they were, but they really weren't very much at all. It took like 2 days to get here, and certainly cheaper than spending $65. I think I have spent, less than 10 minutes getting it all put together, and that's including getting my little ironing board and stuff out. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope these 2 frugal tips help you out on our volume 2 series, and if you send me some emails on some tips that you have, I will be more than happy to share them with everyone. Have a really great day.